Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Chatting with Cheal. Actually, I kind of like that one. I kind of like that opening. I may use it a couple times. Maybe, throw in some variety every now and again, but I like that one. Anyway, before jumping into this episode, I would like to say that it is a great time to be a geek. Oh my gosh. All the superhero-y stuff, the geek culture that is being thrown around right now, just all over the place. The Batman vs Superman trailer has just been released. The Daredevil series is out. The first season was all released on Netflix. That was just plain awesome. The Avengers Age of Ultron is coming out soon, which I will, Lord willing, be able to see in theaters. Oh, that looks so cool. I know there's a lot of spoilers that have been bouncing around the internet on that, but oh, it looks so cool. Daredevil, looping back on that one. That was a spectacular show. I really hope that they bring it back for another season. I hope that they bring Constantine, another TV show that's only been out for a single season so far, but I really hope that they bring that one back. It was a really spectacular show, but Daredevil, that was just plain amazing. Spectacular writing, great acting, terrific directing, just all around a spectacular show. Just fantastic. Great representation of the comics as well, which is something that is sorely lacking in a lot of comic book adaptations nowadays. It seems like they don't really take pride in the source material, which is a huge issue in my opinion. But Daredevil really did. They really, you could tell that they took pride in what they were doing, which I think is something that is sorely lacking in our society nowadays. It seems like we have kind of bred my generation to be this almost unprideful to a fault type of people, and I really think it's kind of an issue, and an issue that I really get annoyed at. It's like everybody kind of does not, it's like everybody has like two extremes. They either do not care whatsoever, they have absolutely no interest in what's going on, they don't care. The term no fucks were given on this day, excuse my language, has been thrown around all the time. It's just, everybody needs to let everyone know that they don't care about whatever situation is going on. If you really didn't care, you wouldn't have to comment on every single Facebook post that you don't agree with. If you really didn't care, you wouldn't need to let me know. You would simply move on. And I think that kind of harkens back to pride. A lot of people have no sense of pride in themselves, so they have no sense of self-confidence, and they have to let everyone know that they don't care about what everyone else is doing to make themselves feel important. It's like, oh, I do not care at all about what you are doing. I do not give a fuck. Well, you commented on what I was just doing, so obviously you do care. Thank you very much for your consideration. And your attention. And your comment. It's amazing, really. I mean, two extremes. Either do not care or care overly much. Just huge sense of vanity, of pride to a fault. As the Greeks would call it, hubris. Regular pride is defined as a feeling or deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own achievements, the achievements of those with whom one is closely associated, or from qualities or possessions that are widely admired. Now, this kind of regular run-of-the-mill pride, I think, is healthy. It's looking at something that you did and saying, okay, I did this to the best of my abilities, and I'm going to take pride in that because it's the best that I can do. It seems like my generation has this sense of I don't care what anyone else thinks. I don't have any pride in myself. I don't have any pride in what I do. So I have to make sure that I do not care about anything that anyone else does so that it can't hurt me. We purposely force pride out of ourselves so that we cannot have that pride destroyed if we do poorly. And when we remove that pride, we remove the reason why we work, why we move towards something better. So I think pride in itself has been stuck with this stigma because everybody kind of associates the word pride with the word hubris, excessive pride or self-confidence as it is dictionarily defined. And hubris is pride to the point where it's just self-destructive, where everything about this you are so proud of that you are proud of to a fault. You drive yourself into it and you drive everything around you into it. It's like you form this thing into a black hole and you suck your very soul into this, and it destroys you and it destroys everything else. I mean, it is holding one of your achievements up and saying, because of this, I am the best in the world. That is hubris. Pride is looking at that going, yeah, I'd pin my name on that. I'd sign that. Awesome. And then moving on. That is pride. Maybe bringing it up in conversation a couple weeks down the road. But that is pride. And I think that level of pride, of being able to point at something and going, yep, that right there, I did that, or I helped with that. That is healthy. But we force ourselves not to care about anything so that we can't get hurt. And we remove that pride and we destroy ourselves because of it, because we don't have a drive to reach better. I heard at one point that my generation is going to be the first generation in America to live under worse circumstances than our parents. Why? Because my generation, it seems like, has no pride in itself, has no drive. Now, there are individuals that do. There are individuals out there that have a healthy amount of pride. There are individuals that have a huge amount of hubris, and I know some have both. But it seems by and large we force ourselves not to care. We force ourselves to remove this level of pride and force ourselves into this almost self-destructive lack of pride. Now, I'm not entirely sure why this is. I really don't know, and I don't even want to start speculating on it. So at this point, I will encourage you to take to the comment section. Leave your thoughts and your opinions on this. Do you think pride is as big of an issue as I say it is? Do you think it's less of an issue? Please let me know. Also, if you have any suggestions on later shows, please let me know on that as well. So, signing off, Cheal out. And also, if you have any suggestions for another sign off, please leave that as well.